Hello and welcome to ProITians. So, till now we have covered the various options about computer service, right? And now with that we will be able to distinguish between a virtual machine and containers, right? And we can identify why and when we require each of them, right? Each of them has their own significance, and we now can relate based on the requirement which one we have to opt, right? So now what next? In this session, what we are going to do is we are going to cover about Azure App Services, right? So as we have seen in the first session, one of the previous sessions when we did the introduction about compute service, we talked about the app service, right? So this session we are going to talk in detail about app services, right? Great. So I'll see you in the session then. Thank you. Welcome back to ProITians. So in this session we are going to look at Azure App Services, right? Let's go right in. So what are Azure App Services? Azure App Service enables you to build and host web apps, background jobs, mobile backends, RESTful APIs in the programming language of your choice without the need to manage underlying infrastructure, right? It offers automatic scaling and high availability, right? So that is something you don't have to bother about architecting how many servers you need, what should be the configuration of the servers. That will be automatically taken care of. App Service supports both Windows and Linux platforms. It enables automated deployments from GitHub, Azure DevOps, or any Git repo to support a continuous deployment model. You remember, from the DevOps perspective, you have a continuous integration model and a continuous deployment model. So here, App Service caters to the requirement of continuous deployment model. Azure App Service is part of Azure's PaaS offering, right? Platform as a Service offering. And the pricing is based on app service plan which you take. We will be having a short discussion about the app service plan in the coming slides. Yeah, an app service plan is based on how much hardware is devoted to your host. So we are going to look at it in the coming slides. All right, let's move to the next one. Let's talk about the types of Azure App Service. All right, so Azure App Service handles most of the infrastructure decisions you deal with in the hosting web accessible apps, be it deployment and management, integration of the platform's endpoints can be secured, sites can be scaled quickly to handle high traffic loads, and the built-in load balancing and traffic manager provides high availability. All of these app styles are hosted in the same infra and share these benefits, right? So let's start with the web app. Okay, so there are various types, and we'll start with the web app, right? So web app service includes full support for hosting web apps using ASP.NET, ASP.NET Core, Java, right? PHP, Python, HTML5, and custom Windows container. Yeah. API apps. Much like hosting a website, you can build a REST-based web APIs using your choice of language and framework. You get full Swagger support and the ability to package and publish your APIs in the Azure marketplace. Right? So the produced apps can be consumed from any HTTP-based client. Okay, great. Now let's move to the next one, that is web jobs. So web jobs allow to run a program which could be in the format of .exe, Java, PHP, Python, or Node.js, and it can also help in running scripts such as .com, .cmd, .cmd, .bat, PowerShell scripts and Bash scripts in the same context as web app, right? API app or mobile app. These can be scheduled or run by a trigger. Okay, so web jobs are often used to run background tasks as part of your application logic, right? Great. Now let's move to the next one, that is mobile app. So mobile app backend, yeah. You can use mobile app backend apps feature of Azure App Service to quickly build a backend for iOS and Android apps. With just a few clicks in the Azure portal, you can actually store mobile app data in the cloud-based SQL database, authenticate users against common social providers such as MSA, Google, Twitter, Facebook, etc., send push notifications, and execute custom backend logic in C# or Node.js. Okay, so on mobile app side, there is SDK support for native iOS and Android or Xamarin and React Native apps. All right, so let's talk about the plan of Azure app as well as the pricing. All right, so with app services, apps run in a app service plan where you create an app service plan. A set of compute resources is created for that plan in that region. Okay, so that is a very important part. Okay, each app service plan defines region, number of VM instances, size of the VMs, that is about the sizing of the virtual machines that you're going to use, and the pricing tier. So pricing tier we are going to talk about in a moment on this slide. But yeah, I mean, just for your information, the pricing tier of an app service plan determines what app service features you get and how much you pay for the plan. All right, now let's talk about the pricing tiers. So we have three pricing tiers. So one is the shared compute, which is free and shared. Now in this, the app is run on the same VM as other apps, and scaling is not an option. So if you want to plan for your app service, then, and if you want to have the feature of scaling, then you should not opt for this shared compute, right? The next one is dedicated compute, which is actually a basic standard premium options you get. Apps are run on dedicated VMs, and apps in the same app service plan share the same compute resources, right? So that is the feature about dedicated compute. Now there is a third one which is called as isolated. In that, dedicated VMs run in a dedicated VNets. Okay, so that is the advantage of isolated. All right, great. So here are the few things which you can actually look at if you want to learn more about the Azure. So these are the links that you can follow. Right, great. Thank you all for watching this session, and please do subscribe on the channel by clicking on the link, and also click on the bell icon to get notifications in real time. And also, if you're liking the video, please click on the like button, and do feel free to share the videos with your friends and colleagues, right? Because knowledge should be free, right? Great. Until next time, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you.